Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So let me just get on and go live on my Facebook group. And then basically we can get going doing our project today. So welcome to my where I basically every Tuesday I do a technique, and it's a lot of fun when I come in to do these different techniques because it keeps me looking for new and different techniques, but it's also one that it gives you different ideas of different things that you can do. Just to let you know that this will be going on my blog live as of 8 o'clock Pacific on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month, because it's part of the Technique Tuesday. Oh, you were waiting patiently, Pam. So was I. I find this one's the hardest one, unless if I'm doing lots of running around and everything else, but to wait till 4:30 Pacific time, and I guess that would be 8:30 your time, right? Hello, Janet. Awesome. Well, welcome. So we are going to do a stained glass technique. Now, stained glass, there's lots of different ways that you can do a stained glass. Now, originally what I was going to do was I was going to do a stained glass with either a window sheet or an acetate sheet, and where you can actually emboss in black on the acetate. I could not get it to the point where I could get the, and you know what, I'll just go down here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I was going to do was I wanted to come in here. This is embossed with black embossing powder, but there's so much static on it that it's really difficult to get all that static off. I did eventually get most of that static off of here, but then I thought of another way that I could do this stained glass. So this will be for another day, will be what I've done. But this was on a window sheet, which is actually works better than the acetate. But the embossing powder goes on both sides. But there's another way that we can do a stained glass. This will be on my Facebook group, which is just the link just down below here. And it will be on my Facebook group tomorrow at 9:05 in the morning Pacific time. Welcome to everybody that's joined me. Hello, Kay. Now, remember that this is part of a live. If you don't like me talking with different people, you can watch it on a replay. Tell me that you're watching it on a replay, and then you can just scoot on by. Hello, Ina. You're interested in this technique. Well, this one is a little bit different. I'm kind of combining a little bit, and we are using a piece of acetate or window sheet. Now, I brought this out. These have not retired. I believe they're in the online store, the designer tags dies. And I love this rose one. So we're going to use this. Now, the best way to do I've done another one in my techniques and it's with dies, but this is a little bit different than that particular one. So I'm going to show you what I've got going here. So I went and I took this and I cut this die out of this particular die. So this is going to work really well with stained glass. You kind of want to have some dark, you want some lines in there. So you're looking for a die that'll work with that. Now I'm going to show you another one that I thought would work wonderful with this. And that's that Friends for Life. This circle die as well. I mean, this heart die would work as well. I just wanted to do something that was a little different and not something that we've all been sitting there looking at for the longest time. So we have this piece here. And like I say, I just cut that part out. So we are going to combine a couple of different things that we've kind of done before. Well, one thing that we've done before, but not to this capacity. So this is a piece of acetate. It can be window sheet. It can be anything like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in with some dark marker blends. So I'm going to come with Pretty in Pink, Mossy Meadow. I know that looks rather strange together. We are going to use Berry Burst. And I don't know if I was going to use the dark, the Berry Burst. And we might even use a tiny bit of yellow in there, Daffodil Delight, or maybe even, oh, this is boho blue. That wouldn't work. I'm thinking more like the Azure Afternoon. So now remember when we did this on vellum. Now, vellum is the perfect medium to do with this particular technique with the stained glass technique. It works perfectly with it. I'm just going in to see if I can find something else I've got here. There we go. But it works perfectly with it. However, we do not have vellum anymore. The only piece of vellum that we have that goes with the green and greenery, the vellum that's in there. So I thought, well, let's stay away from the vellum for the time being. Okay, so I'm just going to come in, and we kind of did this on vellum before. I'm just going to come in and do some squiggles on here. And I'm going to also use some mossy meadow. And the mossy meadow, when it gets put to this, almost looks like granny apple green, but aren't those two beautiful colors together? New color combination, I'm thinking. And then I'm going to come in with the berry burst. And we're just going to do some squiggle lines in there. Just like that. And then do you remember when we did this with the vellum, we came in with our rubbing alcohol. Now you need 91% or higher with this particular one. And the way that I like to do this is with a stipple brush. So I'm actually just going to go straight in with my brush right in here. It's not like I'm using that rubbing alcohol for anything else. And I am just going to blotch this. And we just want this alcohol to run on here. Now, I got to be careful that I don't go ahead and mix these colors up too much because they do tend to go muddy. So I'm just coming in. I might put some more color afterwards. But see how that's starting to look like a stained glass? So like I say, we have to improvise when we need something like this. So I'm going to let that sit for a bit. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to kind of put this card together. So what I want to do is I want to have this, I cut the tag out of there, and I've got it coming like this. And what I want to do is I want to put this part behind, and see how when this goes on here, see how beautiful that looks in there. And I'm thinking to myself, I need some more of the berry burst. So I'm actually going to come in, and we're going to put some more berry burst on there. Now this, I'm going to dry a bit. You can be very, very careful with low heat. And we want to kind of dry it on a distance. And I kind of put a little bit too much of the rubbing alcohol on there. But I'm just going to come in and kind of dry that up. I can see it doing some pretty funky things. I wonder if that's going to be another technique that I could play with. It's amazing what you can do with your techniques. Going to artist boards are amazing as well. Okay, not dark enough. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do some of the pink or some of that berry burst. Now this happens to be the light berry burst. I think I'll come in with the dark berry burst and maybe put that in. So just put a bit more of that in there. I'm going to put some more of the pretty peacock. And I really like that mossy meadow with this. So I'm not going to come in with as much of the rubbing alcohol as I had before. Yeah, they're different colors, but I just thought that this would be kind of neat together. I did a card yesterday for a class, and it had Melon Mambo in it. And honestly, I haven't used Melon Mambo in quite a while, and it was really pretty to do it together. Okay, so I'm going to leave that kind of like that. That's going to give me more color to there, and I might even have to add more afterwards. All right, so we're going to kind of let that dry on its own, and then I'm going to come and try to put some of this card together. Now, this is a Melon Mambo base, so this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have a basic black base to go on top of that. So let's go and put that on there. Like I say, I want to get that so that that's good and dry. And we'll just put that right on there. Like I say, I could come in with that. You'll see what I'm going to do, how I do this. Just going to go put this on top here. We have to kind of figure out what we're going to do on the inside as well. I'm not going to do too much. I think I'm going to use actually this stamp set, Friends for Life, and I'm going to go So Excited for You across the front, and I'll figure out what I want to put on the inside. Okay, so this is going to go, oh, this has really got some, wonder how that got on there. I've got a bunch of stuff on here. This is just a sand eraser. I happen to get it off of Amazon, but you know what? I think I'll use the back of it. Sometimes that comes off your your plates, right? Let's just get that on there. Okay, it's starting to dry better. And see, when this goes on here, see how pretty that's going to be when that goes through. Now I want that to be directly onto this black piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. Now I debated, should I use tear and tape on here or should I use glue? I'm going to chance it to use some glue. Hello, Felicia. You know what? I think I better use open up another glue here. And let me just jump over and see if there's anybody on my Facebook group. I see somebody's trying to message me on Messenger. I've got it on Do Not Disturb, so I don't do anything when I do my lives. So, and we're not going to go into that. Because last time I did that, I ended up carrying on into another group. So, anyways. So that, I'm not even going to worry about getting those other parts down. I'm going to let that set for a second. And is that going to be enough on there? Let's just take a quick boo and see. Yeah, it's not bad. I think we could get a bit more on there. And I might even have enough on this particular. Yeah, there we go. I had enough on this stipple brush. All right. So then what we want to do, this is going to go down onto here. We're going to just kind of put that on there. You can't see it like I can see it. You know, I think I better come in with some of that with the heat tool. Now remember, there's two settings to the heat tool. There we go. All right. So let me just put this down here again. And we're just going to put this on the top. Do I want it this way? I think so. So I'm just going to position this in such a way that it's in the middle, just like this. And that's going to lay onto our cardstock. But before I do that, this is going to come down here and line up on here. Oops, I think this is going to go this way. I did not realize that there was two different ways of doing that. Interesting. All right, so we're going to come in here, whoops, and put some glue around here. So what I did was I cut the die out of here, and this was the best way to do it. Now, in order to show the stained glass behind here, and you'll see in just a second, you want to definitely have it, the window sheet or the acetate directly onto your die cut. So this is just going to go like this. And then when I go to the back here, I am going to lay this right down back on top of that. So I'm going to come in and we're going to put glue on there again. Careful not to bring it to the other thing. And then we're going to lay this directly right over top of that. And I'll show you what's going to happen on the front part of this card. So see how that now has that coming through, and that gives us, whoops, you can see that's just off by a bit. So we want to make sure that those holes line up, because we do not want that going through, because this is just going to lay onto the card like so. So see how the stained glass, now I guess we could have gone and put proper colors, but you know what? This is a free type. This is an artist that is all about free form. Did you like that story? Anyways. Okay. So just like that. And then let's go ahead and pop this particular one up. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to lay it down flat. I think that might be the best. So I'm going to come in again with the glue. Do this like this. Let's come in on this one and glue this. And then get that all off of our hands. And maybe what we should do is let this set. I think that's what we're going to do. So now I have a piece to go on the inside, and I have this strip. Now this strip happens to be a 1/2 inch long, and it's with the melon mambo, so it's going to work out good with that. On this one here, I like this one that says, so excited for you. And it could be friends, so excited for you, happy birthday, so excited for you, whatever. You could do anything with that. So kind of leaves you an open sort of thing on what you could do with it. So we're just going to come in with our Versamark. We're going to use black embossing powder, because I think that's going to really set off with the black that's on the front. Now, this is a photopolymer. It probably should have been on a paper piercing mat, but sometimes what I find is that it tends to pick up other stuff. So I like to do that straight down, and if you let it set in there, like you let your ink set. All right, so let's come in here with the black. And again, I always use a piece of cardstock. There we go, like that. Now we're going to have to, there is some black on there, so we want to get that off. And I think I'll just come in with a bit of a brush. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, it's going to be, it's kind of a free form thing. Let's see now. Just going to come in here and take this off. You know, it's been a really cold day. I was debating, should I wear a long sleeve shirt this morning? And honestly, I needed a long sleeve shirt. It is cool outside. Don't know what it's like in the rest of Canada, but let me tell you, in the interior, it's cold. A little rainy. Okay. I do love to see embossing on a color like that. Okay, now this is set. So I think we'll do it like this. Let's go ahead and put that right onto there. Now this piece here is 3 3/4 by 5. So just regular layers on there. We'll come in and, oh, I have taken all my paper snips off the other side. So I'm going to have to, oh, I got one pair here still. I'm just going to go ahead, cut this. No, should I have done it that way? No, I think this way. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that right on there. Maybe down a little bit, up a little. Let's put that on with dimensionals. Oh, thank you. Oh, you saw snow on the connector. Oh my goodness. Wow, does that surprise you on that highway? See, and that's our exit is by the Logan Lake there. So, well, it's close by. Right? Yeah, it's cold enough. Unfortunately, we're closer to winter than what we want to be, that's for sure. I am not a winter fan. All right, so see how pretty that is up close. Where should I put it? There, there, there. Put it here. I need to actually put it across here. So I don't want it in the middle, but I think it'll be okay right there. And then there's lots of different, oh, you know what? I don't like it there. Oh, it's been hot and muggy in Ontario. Let's see. I think we'll try there. Where do we want it down there? Don't want to really cover that beautiful stuff up. So let's put it down there. And then the gems that go really good with this are the iridescent. These are called iridescent faceted gems. And I think these will go really nice with this. So let's go in and put those on there. These go with the Full of Life one. Actually, it was the Full of Life paper that kind of inspired me to do this particular thing. So let's go there. And that is crooked. There we go. So just like that, I guess what we could have done was we could have put some black embellishments on there, but black, we could have even done, I'll show you another one that would have looked kind of pretty on there. So let me grab it. And it's a very burst color in these tinsel gems. So let me just show you those ones as well. I do like those iridescent because they tend to pick up certain colors there. So let's see. But these ones would look quite nice on there as well. See? But they're not quite bright enough for the Melon Mambo cardstock that I had. I could have also gone to a different cardstock. Oh, thank you. Now remember that this is going to be there. Now we need to put something here. Here has this. I wonder what that would look like in there. Come in with our Melon Mambo and maybe some pretty peacock. Wouldn't be able to use. Let's see. Maybe stamp this off and do something there. All right, now I have to clean that. That's the only unfortunate part. And I know my cleaning I've set up for class tomorrow, so there we go. Stamp that off, and then let's just put some, whoops. Ah, that would have been nicer if it was, let me try something else. Now when I want to go and put that other color on there, it's going to be, let's try that Melon Mambo. I know you guys are going to cringe. I've got to find my cleaner. Let me just find my cleaner. I know, like I say, it's down here. And I'll just clean that off because I don't want to put it in the lighter Melon Mambo color. And plus I got it all over there. Thanks, Pam. Well, like I say, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, there's lots of different ways that you can do this particular technique. And then we could also put some green on there, but I think that'll be enough on the inside. Oh. Put that right in there. Just something a little bit different. Maybe I could have done it on the bottom. Don't know what I would have done with that. So we'll just leave this like this. If I don't like it for when I give it to somebody, I can turn around and change the inside. Just put another piece in there, right? Okay. So then at that point, I could have So Excited for You. It could be Friend. Yeah. Anyways, like I say, it could be anything on there. Thank you. So like I say, there's our stained glass technique. I'll show you this one. This showed, this I used on this particular color. I tried, this was Pretty Peacock, this was Berry Burst, and this was Shaded Spruce. And I didn't, well, that would have been okay, I guess, but for what I wanted to do, it didn't quite work out. So, okay, so what's going to happen? Tomorrow, this will be sitting on my Facebook group. Thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, make sure that you do go in and watch that. And then, yeah, this will be on there. And then it'll be in the file section on my Facebook group. Cellular data. Oh my goodness. A lot of power outages here in BC, that's for sure. All right. Okay. So, like I say, this will be showing tomorrow. See how that is so pretty. But you needed the acetate right next to the black and right to there. All right, you guys, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. And if you live in Canada and you need a demonstrator, I would love to work with you. It's great to be on a team that's very active. I do have a very active, and I think I've got the best team anyways. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And tomorrow I will not be doing a mystery challenge. I do have a class tomorrow. And last time it went a little over time. So I'm hoping that we'll be better on time tomorrow. But I'm not going to do the mystery. And so I might do the mystery to the Thursday, or I might just do my now what then, because I have something else I want to show you on Thursday as well. All right, you guys, remember to create. All right, bye for now.